Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to share with you my drugstore makeup favorites for 2018. So if you guys want to know all the drugstore makeup that I loved for this year, then just keep on watching. So I'm going to go through each makeup category and I'm going to start off with primers. I have a couple different primers. The first one is from Flower Beauty. This is their Hydrating Up Primer, and this was definitely a good year for Flower Beauty. They went into Ulta, and I feel like they just really expanded their makeup line, like full collection. There's so many more products that I need to try from Flower Beauty because I know they have like liquid eyeshadows that I want to try out soon, but this is just like a gel primer or like a moisturizing primer, super lightweight. They have really great face products and they have a lot of primers in a lot of different formulas, super affordable, but this one's definitely my favorite because I do have drier skin. So definitely recommend that primer if you want something affordable, that's hydrating and just super lightweight. And then this is like my go-to primer when I need a little bit of everything, like hydration, pore filling and blurring and just making my skin feel really silky. It's actually kind of like a dupe for the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. This is from Covergirl. This is their Skin Smoothing Primer. Really love this. This is a primer that I reach for over a lot of my like super expensive primers. So definitely recommend this one. It really does remind me of Hourglass Mineral Veil. Like it's such a similar formula. So it's just like a moisturizer, but it does have a little bit of that pore filling effect. It does feel a little bit tacky too. So your foundation is gonna stick onto it really nicely and like help your foundation last longer. So this was overall just a favorite primer of mine, drugstore and high-end. I reach for this all the time. I use it with every single foundation, and that's why I love it too. That it goes with every foundation. It's not like a specific foundation combination that it works with. It just goes with everything because it keeps my skin hydrated but also matte, pore filling, and it just gives me like a really nice base for my foundation. And then lastly, this isn't necessarily a primer, but I use it as a primer, and it's kind of like a drugstore dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. This is the Lummi Glow Lotion from L'Oreal. So it's kind of similar to the Flawless Filter because I use it as a primer. It's like a little bit of a tinted moisturizer, but instead of like a foundation shade, it's like a tinted highlighter moisturizer. So it gives your skin like a really glowy look, but it doesn't look like you applied liquid highlighter all over your face. So the shade that I wear is light, and I believe they have like 4 shades: fair, light, medium, and deep. And it definitely looks like a liquid highlighter when I like just apply it onto my hand. And then you can actually wear this as a liquid highlighter, but once you like blur it out, it just looks like a really glowy moisturizer or primer. So I love using this as like whenever I'm not even wearing foundation or like a super lightweight foundation, and it just kind of reflects through. It's not glittery, and it doesn't look like a fake glow either. It looks like a glowing from within kind of look. And then I did have just one foundation favorite from the drugstore this year, and that's the Covergirl Matte Made Foundation. I'm in the shade M10. There are 40 shades. I swatched all of them in a review video on my channel if you guys want to know more about the foundation. But really love this foundation. It is a matte foundation, but it's not drying at all. It's really comfortable, and I love this especially over the summer. That's when I was wearing it a ton because it is more of a mattifying foundation, but still perfect for every day. It's not like super heavy or anything. So really like this foundation. They have so many different shades, so many different undertones, which is awesome for drugstore foundation. And then I didn't have a concealer favorite from the drugstore this year, but I did find a powder that I was so obsessed with, and I'm still super obsessed with. This is the Burt's Bees Mattifying Powder Foundation. I love this so much. This is the second one I have. Like the first one is gone. I use this so much. This is my favorite powder to mattify my face. Exactly what it says in the title, but I absolutely love this because it gives you really nice coverage. Sometimes I would use it to set my under eyes. And then the shade that I have now is 1125. I just absolutely love this powder. It has a very like silky, creamy finish, but at the same time it's mattifying, and it's usually one or the other. So for a matte powder, it doesn't look powdery. It just looks like very natural on your skin, and it actually like helps you stay matte and adds that coverage without looking heavy at all. So next up I have a couple blushes, and the first one is also from Burt's Bees, and I know this one is always sold out. I'm hoping it's in stock right now because from the last time I talked about it, it was totally sold out. I think it was sold out for months, but it's still a permanent product, and this is the shade Toasted Cinnamon. This is such a gorgeous Burt Peach kind of bronzy toned blush. This is so beautiful. I loved it, especially in the summer, like when you already have a natural tan and then it just kind of enhances it a bit. It's one of those blushes I basically put all over my face or just like blend into my contour. This is a gorgeous shade. I'll go ahead and swatch it, and just like the formula is super, super creamy. It's kind of like a bronzy tone. I really love it. It's such a natural blush, but it does have a little bit of that deeper peachy shade too. That was definitely one of the best blushes I discovered in 2018 for sure. The powder products from Burt's Bees are just absolutely amazing. And then also the baked blush and Hummingbird Hype from Wet n Wild, and this was my favorite combination all summer. This is gorgeous. It has a significant dent in it, and this is such a beautiful formula. It looks like a highlighter. You can wear it as a highlighter too, depending on your skin tone. But I loved layering these two shades, and definitely this shade can work for a lot of different complexions as a highlighter. I definitely want to get more of those big blushes from Wet n Wild, but that shade is just so gorgeous. It's such a staple, and I love that it's like neutral, but also like a little bit peach at the same time. It's just like the most perfect shade for summer. That was just like such a staple for me for so many months, especially that combination. And then next I'm moving into highlighters. A lot of my favorite drugstore highlighters I discovered last year, like the Maybelline Master Chrome, the butter highlighters from Physicians Formula. But then one thing I discovered this year, this is from L'Oreal, and I know I'm not like a huge fan of loose highlighters, but I'm a huge fan of these. And this is the Lummi Shimmery Set. This one is the shade Sunlight. This is a gorgeous like rose gold. Oh my gosh, there's so much product in here. Rose gold loose highlighter. Look how much powder is like on the top. But this is a gorgeous formula. It goes on so pigmented. It reminds me of like the pigmentation of like Ofra highlighters. This shade is so beautiful. So I would wear this shade at the most over the summer because it just gives you like a very glowy, bronzy look, especially like with peach makeup looks or pink or something kind of in that warm tone family. But I absolutely love this shade. Love this formula, and you could also diffuse it out for like more of an everyday natural looking highlighter for sure. And then I only had one drugstore eyeshadow palette favorite from this year, and that's from e.l.f. This is the Rose Gold Sunset palette. This is a beautiful warm palette. It has some burgundies, some peach tones, some greens. The formula is amazing, super like foiled. The mattes are so creamy. The shimmers are beautiful. They're super silky. And I've definitely had a lot of hits and misses with some e.l.f. palettes in the past, but this one is definitely the best one I've ever tried. It's probably the best drugstore palette I've ever tried. Like the formula is very, very comparable to high-end. Very pigmented. The shades really do pop on your eyes, and the matte shades blend out beautifully too. Definitely the best e.l.f. palette I've tried. Best drugstore palette I've probably ever tried. I don't really think I've tried another one that's like similar or the same quality as this one. So I think that's kind of like an underrated drugstore palette, especially from e.l.f. because there's been a lot of other palettes from them that have gotten more hype, but that one is super amazing. It's a gorgeous palette for like fall and summer, just anytime you want to wear warm eyeshadows. For me, that's like all year round. So really, really love that palette, really love the formula. And then next up, moving into mascaras, this is one of my favorite mascaras just of all time now, and definitely one of my favorite mascara discoveries of 2018. This is the Covergirl Flourish mascara. This is an amazing mascara. It really reminds me of like my favorite high-end mascara, which is the Benefit Roller Lash. It's an amazing mascara to separate your lashes and give them length. So this is one of my favorite mascaras to wear, especially when I'm not wearing falsies, just because it like really helps coat like every single one of my lashes. It's just like a plastic wand, and I normally don't like plastic wands, but this one for some reason I really do like, and I think it's just like the bristles are all different lengths, and it's a mascara that does a really great job of giving you volume from like root to tip, and that way it's not like clumpy at the base and then it makes your lashes look all short, or the opposite. Like it's a really good overall mascara. But that's my go-to when I'm not wearing falsies. And then next, moving into my favorite lip product from this year, and that will definitely have to be the Healthy Lip from Physicians Formula. It's what I'm wearing right now. I'm wearing this shade. This one is all natural nude, but my favorite is Tulip Treatment. You guys saw me wear this all the time during the summer, and I just love this formula in general. It's super comfortable, very lightweight, very long lasting. So if you're not somebody who's really big into liquid lipsticks, probably give this one a shot because it's so lightweight. Like, it's basically just like a matte lipstick. It feels very comfortable on your lips, especially because I normally wear one of the bolder shades. It's not a product that I have to worry about it fading weird. So this is a shade Tulip Treatment. This was my favorite color for summer for sure. And then I'll swatch the one I'm wearing right now, All Natural Nude. I actually stick to more of the bolder shades with this formula just because it's such a comfortable formula and it looks good for hours and hours. I don't need to worry about if I'm wearing a red lip, like how it looks as I eat and stuff, because it's a very long wearing product. But that's the shade I'm wearing as well. They have a ton of different shades. Very, very comfortable. The applicator is very precise too. And then lastly, I'm gonna end on some setting sprays. These are from Flower Beauty. These are amazing setting sprays. I have so many setting sprays, and this is what I go to the most in my collection, especially this one, the Seal the Deal, the hydrating one. I absolutely love this. It's more of like a dewy setting spray, but it really is kind of like a very fine mist version of MAC Fix Plus, where it makes your makeup look a little bit more like settled into your skin, more natural, less powdery, but it doesn't give you like a dewy or oily effect or anything like that. Like, it doesn't feel like it's really like overly hydrating. It just makes your makeup look a little bit more natural. It has a beautiful mist that is so satisfying. I love it so much, and it smells good too. I have a little bit in my mouth now, but that's okay because I just love this product. And then this is the mattifying version. I don't wear this one as much because I'm just like, let's bring on the dew. No matter what makeup look I'm going for, I just like finishing it off with like a dewy kind of hydrating setting spray. But this is the mattifying one if you guys want a mattifying version. I also have like the Cover Effects setting sprays, and that is like very comparable as well, but I reach for these more than those because the sprayer on this is like the best thing ever. So definitely recommend this. All right, so I almost forgot my last product, which is actually like my favorite out of all of these, and it's like the simplest product too. It's a brow gel from L'Oreal. This is called their Brow Stylist Boost and Set. This is what I've been wearing every single day. This is the best brow gel, period, end of story. So this wand is incredibly precise, so it really like combs out each individual brow hair, and it changed the way that I do my brows. Like, now I like my brows a little bit fluffier, because even if you have sparse brows, this wand will really like take it to the next level and get every single brow hair. Definitely love this. I absolutely just wear this every single day. Right now I'm wearing the ColourPop one too. I'm rotating between both, but like the wand on this cannot be beat because it's so precise, and you can really like manipulate how you want your brows to look. If you want to fluff them up a bit more or just like comb them out in a certain way, because the wand is so tiny, you can really be very specific with your brow look. So definitely recommend this. They have a ton of different shades. It's like the best brow product. Alright guys, so those are all my favorite drugstore products from 2018. I'm excited to try more in 2019. There's already some new releases coming out from the drugstore in the next couple weeks that I'm eyeing and definitely planning on purchasing. So I'm excited to see what else is going to be out there from the drugstore next year. I definitely want to do more drugstore reviews next year. But that's going to be everything for this video. I will list all of the products I mentioned in my description box. And if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.